is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Chicago Bears. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Sliding out of the pocket. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. 22 yards there, a first down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. This to the outside for Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Touchdown, Chicago! Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The intended target was Chris Godwin, and now it's 2nd down. On the give, this is Mack. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. A shotgun snap, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off play action, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Barnes. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Fields throwing again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One play action, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. He completes it to Boyd. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Santos' kick is up and through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. From the gun, here's Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. There's Wilson to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. First down, Jets.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now Wilson. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. It's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is caught. He hits more. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Carter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Finding Herndon here on the completion. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Finally a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. He's at the 50.
And beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now on comes the Bears offense as they'll be called in to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. 2nd and 16. Here's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Barnes in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They go right back to Mack. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.